You're preparing for an important interview but feel worried because you're not confident in your English yet? Don't worry. Welcome to Learning English HTC, where we help you conquer every interview in English with ease. Get ready. Let's get started now.
Good morning, Emma. It's nice to meet you. How are you today?
Good morning, Jack. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
That's great to hear. Let's start with something simple. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and why you applied for the position in construction accounting at HTC?
Sure. I recently graduated with a degree in economics from the University of Economics. During my studies, I developed a strong interest in financial management and accounting, especially how it's applied in real-world industries. Although I don't have direct work experience yet, I'm eager to apply my academic knowledge in a practical environment. I chose HTC because of its reputation in the construction field, and I'd love to contribute to such a dynamic and growing company.
Thanks for sharing. Construction accounting is quite specific compared to general accounting. Have you had any exposure to project-based accounting or cost allocation in your coursework?
Yes, I've studied managerial accounting, which covered cost allocation principles, job costing, and budgeting. While I haven't worked with construction-specific cases, I understand the fundamentals of tracking expenses per project, managing overhead, and ensuring accurate reporting for decision-making.
That's a good starting point. In construction accounting, we deal a lot with concepts like percentage of completion and retainage. Are you familiar with these terms?
I've come across the percentage of completion method in theory. It's a revenue recognition method where income is recorded proportionally as a project progresses. As for retainage, I've read that it's a portion of the payment withheld until a project is completed. I definitely like to deepen my understanding through hands-on experience.
Excellent. Let's talk about documentation. Construction projects often require tracking purchase orders, subcontracts, and change orders. How comfortable are you with managing documents and working with spreadsheets?
I'm very comfortable working with Excel, including pivot tables, formulas, and basic macros. In university, I managed data for case studies and simulations using spreadsheets. I'm also highly organized and detail-oriented, which I believe is essential for handling documentation accurately.
That's good to know. Now, let's say a subcontractor submits an invoice that doesn't match the original purchase order. How would you approach resolving that discrepancy?
First, I'd compare the invoice with the original PO to identify the specific differences. Then, I'd verify if there was an approved change order or any documented agreement that could explain the variance. If nothing is found, I'd reach out to the project manager or the subcontractor for clarification and make sure everything is documented before processing the invoice.
That's a smart approach. Let's dig deeper into cost control. How would you help a project manager stay within budget on a construction project?
I would provide regular cost tracking reports showing actual costs versus budgeted amounts for each cost code. If I notice any overruns, I'd flag them early and work with the project manager to understand the cause. I'd also suggest reallocating resources or making adjustments to avoid future overspending.
Very well. Since you're new to the industry, what would be your plan for learning the specifics of construction accounting quickly?
I'd start by reviewing past project reports, invoices, and accounting records to understand the workflow. I'd also seek mentorship from experienced colleagues and ask for regular feedback. Additionally, I'd be willing to take online courses or read industry materials to speed up my learning curve.
Great attitude. What would you say is your biggest strength and your biggest area for improvement when it comes to this role?
My biggest strength is my analytical mindset and attention to detail. I'm also a fast learner. As for my area for improvement, it would be the lack of real-world experience in construction accounting, but I'm highly motivated to bridge that gap as soon as possible.
That's very honest and self-aware. Now let's do a short case scenario. Imagine a project had a budget of $500,000 and so far has spent $300,000. The project is 60% complete. Should we be concerned about a budget overrun?
My biggest strength is my analytical mindset and attention to detail. I'm also a fast learner. As for my area for improvement, it would be the lack of real-world experience in construction accounting, but I'm highly motivated to bridge that gap as soon as possible.
Nice analysis. One last question. How do you handle pressure and tight deadlines?
Yes, I would be concerned. If the project is 60% complete but already spent 60% of the budget, it seems on track. But I'd analyze the remaining work carefully to ensure the last 40% won't cost more than the remaining $200,000. If the remaining work is more expensive per unit, we may face a cost overrun.
That's very reassuring. Emma, thank you for your time today. Do you have any questions for me about the role or the company?
I try to stay calm and prioritize my tasks. I make checklists and break large assignments into manageable steps. If needed, I'm not afraid to ask for help or clarification to avoid mistakes. I believe in working smart and staying organized, especially during busy times like month-end closings.
Great question. We offer a structured onboarding program, mentorship from senior accountants, and ongoing internal training. We understand new graduates need time to learn, and we're committed to helping you grow professionally.
Yes, I'd love to know more about how HTC supports the training of new hires, especially those without experience in the construction sector.
My pleasure, Emma. We'll be in touch soon. Have a great day. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope these tips will help you feel more confident in your English interviews. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any valuable content in the future.